You know why it's invisible? Because football's not coming home.
Football's not coming home because England lost.
You spent your entire weekend looking after the football and wondering, oh, we're gonna win. You didn't, because you suck.
Anyway, TF's partner, everybody. Hi, how's it going? Hey, you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So, during the lead up to the pirate's life, our beloved friend Duke was busy trying to locate clues to something mysterious by sending us on hunts to strange talismans dotted around the map that eventually led to new forms of skeletal writing. All of these parchments were precursors to this new expansion, and although we had a great idea of what they all meant, we had no clue that they were foreshadowing this massive update. But the last place we saw Duke was at Old Salt's Atoll. Staring out into the ocean, he appeared to be losing his mind. Duke has never actually been a good person, nor a bad person. He has always remained neutral, yet over the years we have known him, he has certainly got his hands in the wrong cookie jar more than once. He helped create the Reaper's hideout. He was the first to visit the Heart of Fire long before we did. He used the remains found inside cursed Reaper's chests to launch his black market. He had us go after mermaid statues to break their curse. Hell, he even went around the entire world building skeleton thrones for us all to sit on. Duke has never really been a good guy, an adventurous guy, or a somewhat stupid guy, but never a good guy. During the release of Pirate's Life, we discovered that the horizon he was staring at was in fact the area of the Siren's sunken kingdom. This is where he was being lured. The Song of Sorrow was luring him, because much like the Sirens, he had been deemed an outcast, evicted from his home, and banished to a spit of sand to live out his days. The pirate's life betrayed him, and the Song of Sorrow called to him. And with that, he found a new home, a new calling amongst kindred spirits, the Dark Brethren. In Tall Tale 5, we finally get to see where his journey led him, allied with others who were denied the pirate's life. The Masked Stranger, a blacksmith that tried to make a living selling her cursed cannonballs, cursed for eternity due to the artifacts needed for their construction. The Gold Hoarder, aka Wrathbone, a pirate that cared only about what most of us care about: gold. His lust for desire and riches took him beyond life itself, immortal but at a price. And Davy Jones himself, once a pirate whose greatest love was the sea, but the sea betrayed him in the end, took all it could and gave nothing back. This bunch of pirates aren't exactly evil. From their perspective, they are merely punishing the evil that was placed on them. The seas did them wrong, and the anguish and the hate they feel towards us pirates that continue to live the prestigious pirate's life without the fear of death or curse has angered them to the point where they want to punish the living, blaming them for their current position as outcasts. So essentially they're cancel culture, but a lot cooler. What's most interesting about this scene in Tall Tale 4 is the fact that Wanda, aka the Warsmith, aka the Masked Stranger, has turned against Flameheart. She mentions in a journal that after Stitcher Jim was betrayed, she started to notice that Flameheart wasn't really a man of his word, and he had previously promised her the position of Queen. When she questioned Flameheart about this, he laughed in her face, scorning her. Which means this scene within the Tall Tale Heart of Fire, where she can be seen overlooking Jim's betrayal, was her turning point. As I always speculated, this was the point where she discovered that Flameheart could not be trusted and began her own agenda. And of course, the Gold Hoarder. We killed him, right? So how can he be back? Well, how his skull was redeemed and the circumstances in which he was reanimated are unclear at this point. We do know that he is now 100% loyal to the Dark Brethren, and also loyal to Davy Jones. He also appears to be covered in barnacles, very much like a certain father of a character from Pirates of the Caribbean, who pledged loyalty to Davy Jones in the face of death. So the Gold Hoarder is literally part of the crew, part of the ship. There is also a 5th chair amongst this court that is empty, and during this court the Gold Hoarder asks,
"Where is Captain?"
The captain they are referring to is possibly the captain that was responsible for the curse of Flameheart Jr., a character we know very little about, and a character that is yet to make an appearance in the Sea of Thieves. After they leave this room to begin their ritual, a combination lock is presented. Inside is a parchment of paper written by a mysterious captain that reads, "I presume you received the trinket we spoke of when we last met. Make preparations, then when I hear tell of your victory, I'll make sail on the fastest tide." Now, there is really so much to go into surrounding all of this, and it's not something I can simply fit all into one video. When I make my videos, I like to think of them as episodic, a discovery for those who watch them. I like to think that you, yourself, the viewer, can go on their own journey of speculation as I slowly piece things together. And there is so much to unpack with all of these tall tales. The devs are weaving a very awesome tale here. But before I go, I'll leave you with one last thing. Remember the Sea of the Damned? Time moves very differently here. You never know if you're experiencing the past, the present, the future, or simply living the memory of someone or something else. Now, those of you who watch all of my videos may have remembered me telling you to remember this scene and all of the symbology present. Now, let's show you why.